Testimony is underway in Placer County Superior Court in the case against a former Major League Baseball player accused of shooting his in-laws at their Lake Tahoe home. Thanks for joining us at 4. I'm Lisa Gonzalez.
And I'm Ty Steele. Prosecutors are making their case right now for why the case should go to trial. 70-year-old Gary Spoor died that night, and 68-year-old Wendy Wood, his wife, was injured. Dan Serafini and his friend Samantha Scott are accused in the shootings and burglary of the couple's home. KCRA 3's Michelle Bandur joining us live in Roseville this afternoon. Michelle, you've been in court all day long for the preliminary hearing. What happened today?
Well, Ty, testimony in today's day one of the preliminary hearing just wrapped up here at the Placer County Superior Court. Today's testimony from law enforcement detectives laying out the initial investigation and response to that North Lake Tahoe home in June of 2021. Law enforcement officers, crime scene investigators taking the stand to discuss this evidence, primarily focusing on security video from the home of the night and the day of the murder. That video shows final hours of the victim spending time with their grandchildren, as well as the man they believe, Dan Serafini, entering that home and leaving it after those murders. Now, cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom today, but the couple's two daughters, Adrian and Erin Spoor, arrived to attend the preliminary hearing, but they are not together. The judge will decide, of course, if there's enough evidence for Dan Serafini and family friend Samantha Scott to stand trial for the murder, attempted murder, and burglary of Gary Spoor and Wendy Wood. Prosecutors say Serafini shot his in-laws during a burglary and is charged with a special circumstance of lying in wait. Scott faces the same charges. Now, much of the testimony, as we said, focused on that surveillance video. It shows a man walking and running in front of the Spoorwood home and then onto the property. Prosecutors have said Serafini is the man in that video. Now, they also showed video of the victims walking from the home with their daughter, Erin Spoor, who is married to Serafini, and they're with their grandchildren. Looks like they were walking to the beach having lake gear. That was about an hour before the man in that video was seen in the driveway. The video also shows the daughter and children leaving a few hours later around 7:45 p.m. as well as you can hear audio on that surveillance video. It sounds like 6 gunshots. That happened at 8:51 p.m. and then 4 minutes later you see a man similar to the man entering the property leaving. Now, the families of both defendants were not allowed to stay in the courtroom with the possibility of being called as witnesses later on in the case. Now, Erin Spoor, the daughter, again married to Serafini, is expected to take the stand tomorrow. Serafini is also charged with a charge of cruelty to a child by abuse, neglect, or endangerment that's involving his children. Those exact details haven't been revealed in court yet, but of course we will stay attuned to that. Again, this preliminary hearing, day one is over. It's expected to last about 3 days. Reporting live in Roseville, Michelle Bandur, KCRA 3 News.
Michelle, I know it's early, but any reaction from Serafini or Scott?
Well, they both seem to be really involved with their defense, paying attention to the testimony, taking notes. But at one point, when the prosecution showed a picture of Gary Spoor's body, he did wipe his eyes at that time and then didn't look at any of the other graphic photos of those victims.
Interesting. Michelle Bandur, thank you. The sisters have filed lawsuits against each other over the inheritance. In her wrongful death lawsuit, Adrian Spoor says her older sister is responsible for their parents' death.